right. So first of all, I want to take a minute to thank everybody for being here. Thank you guys all for taking time out of your night to come show up. And we at the ARC are so grateful for this opportunity to host this event. And we've had a lot of people help get this all together for you guys, and we really appreciate that. We're so glad to be able to honor all of you that are making such a big impact in our community through inclusive employment. Whether you're a business, a job coach, an agency, or an employee, you're strengthening and enhancing the local workforce and the lives of those around you. So thank you. We appreciate you. Employment Awareness Month is to educate people about disability employment issues and celebrate the many and varied contributions of America's workers with disabilities. According to studies by the World Health Organization, the quality of life for people with disabilities rises greatly when they are employed. Their physical, environmental, social, and emotional health are all positively affected. Also, according to a study by the Department of Occupational Science and Occupational Therapy and the Butterfield Institute, companies that hire people with disabilities show improvements in all of these areas. And you can see that it's so many, everything from company image to turnover and retention, innovation, work ethic, safety, diverse customers. It really brings so much to the company. It's a win-win for everybody. There's so much benefit to it. So even with all this evidence to support inclusive employment as a benefit to both the employee and the employer, there's still a really high number of people with disabilities who are unemployed. And that's why it's so important that we're here tonight raising awareness. All right, so without further ado, we're going to start with tonight's speakers. So our first speaker is Cheryl Brown from Grays Harbor Youth Work. She's their executive director, and she's incredible. And she's going to speak to you guys for a couple of minutes, and then I'll be back on here. So take it away, Cheryl.
Forgot to unmute these Zoom things. You'd think we'd have all this figured out by now. Anyway, I want to thank you again for having us here with you and celebrating all the accomplishments that we've made in the last few years. But this is something I want to state. We became involved with the ARC in 2017. They received a contract, the DVR in Pac Mountain, to give students, youth an opportunity to receive work experience or job readiness. The ARC contracted with Grays Harbor Youth Works to assist with this feat. The ARC assists special needs youths and their families with support services, counseling, social services, workshops, and work experience. They also educate the community about these barriers. So in 2017, we interned 7 youths. In 2018, we had 9. In 2019, we had 17. Last year was our biggest one. From this year, we had, I think we started with 14. And during a pandemic and weird stuff that was going on, we were able to place 11 of those students this year in actual hands-on internships. Well, 3 of them are actually online through our social media internship. But the one thing is our business mentors need to have a sensitivity to these youth's barriers in several situations. A job coach was provided for the youth to complete their task at their place of employment. They are also evaluated as just like our other interns. In 2019, the outcomes for businesses involved and these were totally amazing. To see how these young people's lives were changed as they learned to be part of the community is priceless. And I learned a lot last year with my first year with the ARC students. And then this year was slightly challenging because so many things had changed for this program. But I want to give a quick example of a student we had last year who was assigned to a business. And when I did my weekly check-in, they stated, this ain't going to work out. He has no skills and, you know, we want to help, but we don't know how. And by the time I was able to get the right help, came back to him and they said, oh, don't worry about it. We figured it out. We put him in we found a different area that he could work in. He was building furniture at Tractor Supply. and they found his niche. And then it was something that the supervisor hated doing, and this kid was really great at it. So with our business hosts, when they find that perfect niche for that student, for them to excel and grow in, the opportunities are endless. So with that, I just totally appreciate being able to work with the ARC on our summer program. But now I'm going to give it to my, the next speaker is Christy, my program coordinator, Felicia Mullins, who joined us last year, and she's been totally amazing. And she has a lot more to say than I do, so I'm trying to keep my time short. So I'm going to be quiet right now and let her come on and let her speak about the program this year.
Thank you so much, Cheryl. Thank you so much for speaking. And we appreciate so much all the things that you guys are doing. And you're so right that we all need somebody to help us find our niche and where we fit. And when you do, it's like magic. So
yes, totally.
Yeah. Thank you. All right, so introducing Felicia Mullins. She also works at Grace Harbor Youth Works, and she's their program coordinator.
Hey, thank you, Christy, and thank you, Miss Cheryl. And it's great to see all of you here. I am so excited to have worked with the ARC this summer and to meet some amazing kids and not kids, teens. So I want to just tell you a little bit about my experience and build off of what Christy was saying about the benefits of hiring teens with disabilities into the workplace and to have them be included in our economy. So in my role, I'm always thinking about ways of how I can engage our youth into our economy and community. And what was really cool about this summer was I was tasked to create a job readiness course. And it was not only a fantastic opportunity for me to develop my skills and to become more job ready myself, but it ended up being a gift. It was an eye-opening experience to understand and gain wisdom from the teens that we worked with over the summer and who came through the job readiness course. When I developed the course, I wanted to make sure there were a variety of learning experiences. So I made sure to incorporate a mix of video, lecture, games, and discussion. And I wanted there to be plenty of space for the students to express their views freely, as well as plenty of time for them to be able to form their own views and arguments during our course. And this made, I think, for an experience for the students to be able to show curiosity, self-advocacy, and demonstrate compassion. And I'm telling you, it was like mind-blowing. Just on the curiosity level, I began the course with talking about, and I see some students here who went through the course. Hi Tav. We talked about business and what's a business, how are they formed? What's the different types of business? And what happened was, I thought like, oh, I'm probably going to lose them because it's kind of a dry topic. I try to make it as fun as possible. But what happened was a deep, discussion that challenged me. It made me basically it paid off my student loans for my MBA. I'm like, okay, now it makes sense why I have an MBA and student loans, because our teens who went through this program, they had great questions, especially about what's the difference between a general partnership and a limited liability partnership, and why are they different, And a lot of the reason is some of our youth, they wanted to start their own companies, and they already had people in mind that they were working with. And other youth that came through the course, their families own companies, and they were basically like, oh, I know what that is because my uncle has his own company. I don't think it's a corporation. What is the difference between a corporation and, just a LLC? And it was like mind blowing. I was like, wow. And like I said, the questions they asked, what made me work. And I was like, wow, I thought I was fully studied, went to school, got the student loans, all that. But no, they really challenged me. And so the curiosity was amazing. It was great to see what they already know, and what they already wanted to, how much more they wanted to know, so that they knew of the types of businesses that they probably wanted to work for in the future. Self-advocacy was a huge thing as well. I'm telling you, the students that went through the course are totally capable of self-advocating for themselves. What was really cool though was their exploration in terms of self-advocating on the job in a professional setting in the workplace. And so we really went deep into scenarios regarding safety, deep into scenarios regarding coworkers, managers, communication. And again, these students really showed that not only did they have the curiosity to be better self-advocates while on the job, but to really understand, like, okay, what's the chain of command? Like, what if I see somebody doing something, but I'm uncomfortable with approaching them? What do I do? And so really great discussions, again, lots of curiosity, but the students really had their own questions. They really wanted to know, okay, I feel pretty confident, but what if this situation came up? And we had a lot of scenarios around empathy and compassion, which I believe is very important in the workplace and developing professional skills. And again, lo and behold, our teams that came through the job readiness course just demonstrated tons of empathy, tons of compassion, especially in relationship to some of our work scenarios, real and just as an example. And what was great though, was that they also disagreed in terms of like, okay, what if you had an employee that knocked over, you know, a bunch of cans at a grocery store? What would you tell them? Like, pick that up, you know, but you can't leave your space. So how do you alert somebody that this person knocked it over and didn't pick it up, you know? And it was so fun to hear the different responses and getting into these, like, I wouldn't say heated at all, but very civil. But these great discussions on why, you know, one person would go to a manager and why another would actually go directly to the employee, or why they leave their workstation and just pick it up. Now, those nuances, it was amazing to see not only self-advocacy and the curiosity that they had of what to do in these situations, but again, the empathy that they showed, especially when we were talking about communication issues. That was huge when we talked about being a reactive individual versus a proactive individual. Huge, again, lots of compassion and empathy. And this is why I think that it's so important for our economy to include everyone, especially teens with disabilities, because it's just like Christy showed, the benefits to employers are amazing. And I'm going to say, just on Cheryl and I's behalf, we were able to host 2 interns over the summer with Grays Harbor Youth Works. And again, lots of curiosity, lots of great self-advocacy. Our interns expressed what their needs were. They expressed, you know, if they were confused, and they were pretty much straight up and honest. And not only that, they had great ideas for what we wanted to do with our office and our organization. And so, yeah, definitely, I agree with that list. I really think that having our interns, ARC interns, into our office, into our organization for the summer, it improved our morale, because now we have an office that's spacious now, we're organized. They really contributed to us setting up for this fall, which has been challenging for us to be able to operate in a virtual environment with 13 school districts. And if it weren't for our ARC interns, we would be behind. And not only that, unique points of view, just like Christy's list showed, it just drives me nuts. You know, people are innovative because we all have our unique points of views, and our ARC interns this summer demonstrated that. They demonstrated creativity, adaptability, and great ideas that I couldn't think. You know, like I said, I'm an MBA, but they had better ideas for efficiency than I did. So it's like we definitely need to include everybody in our economy, specifically teens with disabilities. And I'm going to tell you, once we do that, that's when we can truly thrive as a community. I think what we really need to do is, keep doing all of what we're doing now with job readiness, with providing opportunities for employment, opportunities for all teens to come together and share to each other what their experiences have been, so that they can come together as their own community and add their voice to the greater ones. Because of course we're youth workers, but we don't know what the youth needs until they advocate. So I'm really glad that we were able to create that space, because when we did, curiosity, yes, self-advocacy and empathy and compassion flourished just as much as innovation and the rest. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Felicia. Thank you so much. You guys are really working with that next generation, that's coming up, and giving them those skills for all the aspects of business and work life, and I just think that's amazing. I loved how you described those real world scenarios that you guys brought in. And that's so important. That's so important, because there are a million scenarios in every job, and it's hard to, it's hard to prepare for every one of them. But when you go through and you're able to role play and you're able to think, what would I think? What would I do in that situation? It's super helpful. All right, so our next speaker was not able to be here tonight, but she did share a video with us. So her name is Shauna Myers, and she's with the Coastal Community Action Program. She's their Employment Services Coordinator. So I'm going to share the video that she sent over with you guys. So if you guys aren't able to hear the audio, somebody unmute and let me know.
I am honored and humbled to have the opportunity to oversee the employment services at CAP. I have learned so much in the 17 years I have been with the agency. I have had the ability to be on the front lines of some of the changes that have happened over the years, and often reflect back on my experiences as a job coach when assisting staff in areas of their work. CAP's employment department is made up of 17 staff, and we cover 5 counties. We provide DD supported employment, Division of Vocational Rehabilitation, Work First, Division of Services for the Blind, and Foundational Community Support Services. The past year has been met with many challenges due to the impacts of COVID. However, we have seen many great things as well. We've had employers come together to carve jobs that were safer for vulnerable clients, as well as an influx of individualized jobs in the Long Beach area. I look forward to many more years working with my CAP team and helping clients achieve their employment goals.
All right, I love that. And I think a lot of what we've heard from all of our speakers tonight is that everybody has had to pivot. Everybody has had to kind of change what they're doing to make the job environment safe, and to just change how we're doing things so that it works for everybody. And I love how our agencies in the area have really stepped up and done that. All right, so
I am honored and humbled.
All right, so our next speaker is going to be Debbie Harders. She is on vacation this week, so I'm going to read something that she sent in on behalf of Morningside, and she is their programs manager. All right, so Debbie has some words of wisdom for employees, and this is from the staff at Morningside. All right, they say, we wanted to point out how important self-advocacy is when looking for a job. It's important to look and act like you're job ready. It's important to look ready to go to work. Let's see, I need to move my screen there. Okay. You need to be clean, hair combed, teeth brushed, and in clean work appropriate clothes. Advocate for yourself by having good posture. Make eye contact and smile, even with a mask on. During COVID, it isn't a good idea to shake hands. Practice job interviews. Learn to listen to interview questions and give your answers. You can't practice too much. That's very true. Have a question or two that you can ask the employer. It shows that you're interested about the job and the kind of work that is expected. Advocate for yourself by always keeping appointments with your job coach or job developer. If you can't make it, call and schedule a new time. You'll never get a job if you don't show that you can keep appointments. Remember to return all phone calls, texts, or emails from your job coach or job developer. They may be trying to tell you about a job opportunity. All of us at Morningside hope this helps you self-advocate in your career. Take care and stay safe. Kathleen, Debbie, Gloria, Kay, and Susan. I think those are great words of wisdom. You know, there are things that I know Grace Harbor Youth Works worked on with their students, and that students worked on through Pack Mountain this year. And I know that all of the different job coach agencies do such a great job at making sure that all these things are accessible for people. So anyway, that was from Morningside. And thank you everybody who spoke or sent in a video, and to Morningside for sending in those awesome tips. And now we're going to move on to our awards portion. All right, we have so many great people to honor tonight. So first we're going to watch this short video.
I'm 5'11", barely 5'4".
I weigh about 170 pounds.
Brown eyes.
Blue eyes.
Brown hair.
Gray hair.
I'm a baseball fanatic.
I'm a wife.
A mom.
A sister.
And a grandfather.
I'm a bodybuilder.
I'm a research analyst.
Small business owner.
Teacher.
Dance fitness instructor.
Film and television actor.
I'm an office clerk.
I'm a copywriter.
I'm a veteran.
I have a prosthetic leg.
I have multiple sclerosis.
I have lupus.
Cerebral palsy.
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
I'm blind.
And I'm working in a job I love.
I love.
Because I was given a chance.
Because I was given a chance.
To contribute my skills and talents.
To show my disability is only one part of who I am.
Who I am.
Who I am.
At work, it's what people can do that matters.
All right, so that's a great reminder that what you can do is what matters. And that leads us into some employees that we're going to honor who have gone above and beyond and have said, I can. And we're very excited to honor them today. All right, we're here to celebrate who you are and what you can do. You've made a positive contribution to our community as an employee, and we appreciate you. Okay, so our first certificate of achievement is awarded to Octavio Spalding for his positive contributions to the local workforce. So Octavio was nominated by Cheryl Brown, Executive Director, and Felicia Mullins, Program Coordinator of Grace Harbor Youth Works. He completed 40 hours this summer as an intern for Grace Harbor Youth Works in their Business Administration and Management Career Cluster. Way to go, Octavio. They state, Octavio worked in our office performing document management and shredding, office organization and cleaning, and helped us move our office furniture to create more space and collaboration. During the internship, he displayed professionalism, great listening skills, dependability, focus, and teamwork. We're honored to have worked with him this past summer. We thank you, Tav, for helping to make Grace Harbor Youth Works office a wonderful place to work, and for your fantastic participation in our Job Ready program. May this experience help propel your educational and career goals. That's wonderful. All right, and we'll hold our applause until the end because we have a few to get through, and at the end we can clap for all these amazing people. Way to go, Octavio. Okay, our next certificate of achievement goes to David Jones. Way to go, David. David was nominated by the ARC of Grace Harbor. He's participated in the ARC Summer Youth Employment Program for the past 3 summers. Each year, he has held an internship position as a grounds maintenance and construction assistant at the Polson Museum. David has consistently been an exemplary employee. He is an incredibly hard worker and always shows up to work on time. And I want to say about David too, that he showed up even when he knew he wasn't going to get to be paid for his time. He went as a volunteer. He not only worked the 40 hours through as an intern this summer, but he also volunteered for 40 hours at the Polson Museum. And that's amazing dedication. Thank you, David. All right, our next certificate of achievement goes to Riley Schnees. And we have a video She was nominated by Tiffany Smith at CAP. So we're going to hear from Tiffany.
Riley continues to strive for excellence. She has been able to achieve goals that she once thought were not possible. Holding 2 jobs is something that Riley takes pride in and is always eager to take on extra shifts. Riley enjoys all of her coworkers and her positive attitude is noticed. Riley's independence is something that she is proud of and has proven to be capable of. It is my pleasure to announce Riley as Client Employee of the Year.
All right, great job, Riley. Okay.
Riley
All right, our next certificate of achievement goes to Angela Sealer. All right, and she was nominated by Morningside. So I'm going to read what Morningside sent over about Angela. Angela's been a great self-advocate who has participated in many advocacy days over the years and was very active in SAIL and People First. She even approached Krista Milhofer about starting a new People First chapter in Grays Harbor when she attended the Wenatchee Conference last year. Angela has attended several summits at Ellensburg and Wenatchee. Angela is active in Morningside's Job Club and has been a great mentor to her coworker, even learning American Sign Language in order to communicate with him. That's the most important reason she was nominated, not as a self-advocate, but as a fellow advocate. Her coworker, who communicates with American Sign Language, now communicates with the whole crew because Angela showed him the art of conversation. Angela also learned Spanish because at her other job, Spanish was spoken more than English. Angela wanted to communicate simple things like, have a nice weekend or how are you doing? She's been employed by Quilt Harbor. So great job to Angela. And I think that really shows dedication to your, not only to your own job or to the business, but to your coworkers, which is really incredible. All right, thank you, employees. Everybody give them a hand, yay, or silent applause, woohoo! All the great work that they've done. We so appreciate them. All right.
I can solve difficult problems for a Fortune 500 company.
I can run a successful business.
I can manage your home improvements.
I can publicize your message.
I can motivate your audience.
I can put my military experience to work for your company.
I can teach your children.
I can boost your bottom line.
I can add value to your workplace.
I could be a loyal and productive employee.
But I can't put my skills to work for your organization
if I'm not given the opportunity.
If you don't recognize my talents and ability.
If you don't hire me.
If you don't have an open mind and a workplace that's open to everyone.
If you don't realize that America works best when everybody works.
What can you do?
What can you do?
What can you do?
You can remember that it worked.
It's what people can do.
It's what people can do that matters.
Nearly 50 million Americans have disabilities. Capitalize on their talents with employment practices that benefit everyone.
All right, so that leads us into our awards for our employers. We know that you have many, many choices when it comes to who you hire. Thank you for supporting people with disabilities by providing employment. As you could see in that video, there's so many things that people can do, and when employers focus on that, it makes all the difference. So we're going to honor some amazing inclusive employers. First up is Elma Burger King, and we have a video. They were nominated by CAP, and Joanne Porter is going to tell us why they were nominated.
Hi, I'm Joanne Potter. I'd like to take a moment to recognize Burger King in Elma, Washington for going above and beyond during the ongoing pandemic crisis. Manager Carrie Ann acknowledged the need for Nolan, their lobby attendant, to continue working during these uncertain times, even while the lobby is currently closed to the public. Burger King has provided a safe working environment and safety training for Nolan during the pandemic. All of the crew members make an effort to greet Nolan and make him feel like part of the team. Crew members often provide Nolan with praise for a job well done. It is employees such as these that fulfill the CAP mission and keep the community alive and vibrant. Thank you.
That's amazing. That's amazing. All right.
Hi, I'm Joanne Potter. I'd like to take a
So our next inclusive employer award goes to the Polson Museum, and which is where David worked. So the Polson Museum was nominated by the ARC of Grays Harbor. They've been accepting interns from the ARC Summer Youth Employment Program for the past 5 years. In this time, they have mentored a total of 10 students. Students who have interned at the Polson Museum have expressed how much they enjoyed working there and how much they learned. Students have had the opportunity to gain skills in building maintenance and groundskeeping, as well as learning about the operations of a museum. And also, I didn't put this in there, but it's also such a great place to learn about history and the history of the town that we live in. The staff at the Polson Museum have gone above and beyond to support and mentor these students, and we want to recognize them for their positive contribution to both to the community at large and to the lives of the students. All right. Our next Inclusive Employer Award goes to Aberdeen Walmart. And Morningside says, the business we would like to honor is Walmart, and in particular, their HR director, Stephanie Ash. She's been fantastic about accommodations and scheduling around transportation and the maximum hours a client can work. Walmart has hired a total of 10 Morningside clients in the past 6 years, and 4 of them are still employed there. It has always been easy to develop natural supports. Coworkers have actually volunteered. Walmart welcomes diversity in their work staff and goes the extra mile to promote it. That's wonderful. All right, thank you, employers. Let's give them a hand. Woo! Awesome job. Okay, we're gonna move on.
Because my parents told me I have to be responsible.
Because my first coach told me, you can do this.
Because my teacher helped me see the choices.
Because my coach treated me like everybody else.
Because my boss showed me how to do a good job.
Because a mentor believed in my potential.
Is why I am where I am today.
I'm swimming faster than I ever dreamed I could.
I discovered that I could work as an artist.
I led my high school team to 2 championships.
I am a valuable employee.
I have a career that I am passionate about.
I will be whatever I want to be.
What can you do?
What can you do?
Like all young people, youth with disabilities should grow up expecting to work and succeed.
Okay, so that leads us into the amazing people that have mentored and been a great support for people with disabilities in their working life. It takes a lot of special people teaching us and believing in us to help us become our best self, both at work and in our personal life. We want to thank job coaches for the support, caring, and encouragement they provide. And our first Outstanding Job Coach Award goes to Tiffany Smith, in appreciation of your outstanding work in creating inclusive employment opportunities for people with disabilities in the Grays Harbor area. And Tiffany was nominated by her peers at CAP, and we have a video from Shauna talking about why they chose Tiffany.
When asked for a candidate to receive the Job Coach of the Year award for our agency, my mind immediately went to a person who encompasses so many of the qualities that are important in that role. A great job coach is someone who can be an advocate, someone personable and relatable. A job coach is someone who is willing to take on extra tasks that may not be expected and is able to be flexible. A job coach is a chameleon of sorts, able to adjust to each client's needs. The ideal job coach possesses care and compassion, and if that job coach has lived experience, that is a bonus. By a vote of her peers, and no surprise to me, I am happy to announce Tiffany Smith as Job Coach of the Year.
Awesome, way to go, Tiffany.
When asked for a candidate to receive...
All right, our next Outstanding Job Coach award is hereby awarded to Amber Cook. And I think she might be a little surprised about this, but Amber is the Director of Programs at the ARC of Grays Harbor. This year, the ARC Summer Youth Employment Program was short-staffed due to COVID, and Amber really stepped up as the sole job coach from the ARC for the program. She was able to help students complete their full 40 hours, even with many COVID and contract-related obstacles in her way. Amber is extremely attentive to the students and their needs. She has a natural gift for working with students of all ability levels and needs. We would not have been able to make this summer's program a success without her. Thank you, Amber. All right. And our final Outstanding Job Coach Award, I think this is our final one, hereby awarded to Felicia. Woohoo! Felicia has been an amazing addition to the staff at Grays Harbor Youth Works. As their program coordinator, she, along with Executive Director Cheryl Brown, created an amazing series of virtual job shadow and job tour videos, a social media internship program, and a 15-hour work orientation program for the ARC Summer Youth Employment students to help them reach their goal of working 40 hours this summer. Their virtual job shadow and job tour videos featuring local businesses and organizations were each watched thousands of times on Facebook, literally thousands. That was amazing. Felicia's full of life and enthusiasm. She does an amazing job connecting with students and making learning interesting and engaging for them. That is absolutely true. Thank you, Felicia. Thank you, supported employment staff. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. You guys are the best. Okay, we're moving along pretty quickly. So we have one more video, and then I think we're at the end of our program for tonight.
I'm an actress and a singer.
I am an artist.
A teacher.
A college student.
A good friend.
A loving son. I'm a grandpa. A husband.
A wife.
I'm a brother. Member of my church.
A dog lover.
Volunteer. I'm a drummer.
Homecoming king. Oh no.
Very independent.
I'm a homeowner.
I'm a Seahawks fan.
I am a community organizer.
I'm a professor.
I'm a voter.
I am a strong self-advocate.
Business owner. Community relations facilitator.
A taxpayer.
I am smart.
I'm just like you.
Just like you.
Just like you.
Just like you.
Just like you. Just like you.
Just like you.
Just like you.
All right, remember, we appreciate you for more than just your work. We also want to celebrate your character and the positive effect that you have on others. All right, thank you so much, everybody, for being here tonight. We so appreciate all of you, and we are going to be mailing out certificates soon. So I'll be getting in touch with you to get your address so I can mail it to you. All right, so everybody have a great night, and we'll talk to you later.
Hey, Christy, great job, young lady. If we could give you an award, you'd get one too.
Thank you.
You know, because
Yes,
this is a lot of work to coordinate everybody and put all this together. And this is one thing about this work. It really is passionate, and we make a difference.
That's right.
By caring about others, and it's just so rewarding. So I really think that we're doing something good in Grays Harbor County.
I do too. I do too. Everybody keep up the good work, and we'll see you next year.
Great job, Christy. It looks beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. All
Thanks for the surprise, Art.
I know, surprise.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Take care. Good evening.
Thank you.